Evening, guys. It's the takeaway. It's Friday night, and I'm back. We're joined by TALKMU. I'm going to say, I want to get your full name. You know, I can't see it short. Petty Talks United. We've got Matty and we got Thomas. Before we go any further, these guys here, they're members. This is what you do. This is what your chicken and chip money does for you. It gets you on the show with me and Talk on a Friday night. We are the takeaway, and I'm really looking forward to I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys. I've seen you talking to him Monday, and he's been coming off buzzing. So you know what? It's my turn now. So we're going to start with Take Me Home. Welcome to the madness. How we doing, gentlemen? How's the Friday night treating you? I'm going to start with you, Petty, because I know I was talking to Talk already. How you doing, big man?
Listen, mate, I'm very well. Hopefully, you lads are all okay as well. I'm going to have a good show tonight. It's going to be a very good one. They're the vibes I'm getting beforehand, and I'm sure everyone who's tuning in, listen, is just going to love it.
Yeah, talking about tricks and things, it's all good.
Which we won't be saying on air.
Matty, how you doing, big man?
All good here, big man. How's you? How is everyone? Paul as well.
All good. Yeah, all good, bro.
Thomas, how are you?
Trying to avoid anything United related lately.
I tell you what, mate, you've come to the wrong show for that. You've come to the wrong show for that.
Squeaky bum time for us.
I'm leaving.
Right, Talk. Before we go any further, mate, I want to see what you've got for us. I'm not interested in Endrick, and I'm not interested in Malacia. What you got for me?
Mr. B, you know, you was away for 3 weeks, so we changed it up slightly a little bit. We've gone away from spot the ball and the pixelations of things. So we changed it up a little bit. We did it last week. Somebody, I think it was a Monday, got it first, which I was gutted that you got it so quick. Like, oh, you got it so quick. Can't believe it. But you know what? This week, this is going to be some hard tackle, let me tell you, folks. Now, I'm going to show you the image. It's another game of Who Am I? So here we go. All you got to do is tell me who that is. There's your clue. And good luck.
I have no idea who they are.
Right, there you go then.
I know. I could not tell you. Like, what's even the clue? Like, what is the clue? I know it's them, but what is it?
This is who am I? These two people.
I don't even know who they are.
They made this is a player for Man United. So you're gonna work out from them two clues who the player is.
I don't even know who they are.
Well, can't with them, kid.
I know who the second one is, but I have no idea.
First.
Does anybody know who that first guy is?
Frankie Howard at first.
Who's the second one?
Mel, not Mel Gibson. What is this guy's name? Mel. Oh, I got it. I know what it is. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I know what it is. I've got it.
Got it quick.
I've got it. Talk, you're going to be so mad, bruv. You're going to be so mad. I've got it. I'm going to put it in a private chat for you, yeah? Anyway.
Go on, then.
Let's talk Endrick. Now, he's a 15-year-old. Let's get it twisted. 15-year-old causing waves at Palmeiras. Talk, you know I'm not going to be able to read that with my Friday night eyesight.
I'll read it.
I'll read that. Thank you very much.
I'll read it. So, Manchester United have joined the battle for Palmeiras Whizkid Endrick. The battle to sign the exciting winger. He's heating up with Endrick. What's that, 15? Close to signing his first professional contract. Endrick is to sign a first professional contract with Palmeiras when he turns 16. I don't know where this has come from. That's not what I put in. In July. But anyway, local journalist, Jorge Nicola reports the teenager, will have 34 million release clause in his first year of his contract. That will then rise to around 43 and 50 million in the following 2 years. So, I mean, look, basically, he is what it says on the tin. He's a whiz kid, wonder kid. as it, in the league is in. So carry on, Mr. B.
Question for all of you. We'll start with Thomas. Should we be interested in a 15-year-old, considering the state the club's in at the moment?
No. Well, I can understand getting youth players in, but we really need to focus on who's going to be on the pitch at the minute, not who's going to be on the pitch in 10 years. At the minute, we've got nobody in. I'm all for bringing in wonder kids from South America. They tend to be ballers, but at the minute, there's nobody going onto the pitch. I feel like this could be something just to try and distract us, but it's not going to work. It kind of reminds me of in David Moyes' season when we brought, was it Valera, the right back that came in for a couple of years. It's nearly like when we brought him in and everyone thought, maybe we'll sign people now, and we still ended up with just Fellaini. So I think it's time to focus on the first team at the minute, getting players in, get some sort of movement. At the minute, we just seem to be looking at 15-year-olds, like you say, if that's how you want to word that. It seems to be it feels well and good doing it if you're signing players for the first team, but at the minute, there's nothing. There's been no movement. That's a joke.
Matty.
What we focused on a 15-year-old? We've got one of the worst midfields in the Premiership. Yeah. And yet we focus on a 15-year-old winger. Jesus Christ, this club is just depressing. What's going on? The videos the other day, Richard Arnold, the one is there for Frankie de Jong, we still ain't signed him. What's going on? Why are we looking at a 15-year-old for the future? We need players for now. We don't even know where we're going to be in 10, 15 years' time. I don't know anything about this kid, Endrick, but I'm pretty sure South American talent generally go to like Spain and Portugal over England anyway. It's very rare English teams getting ahead of Spanish teams when it comes to the talents. I don't know why we're looking at him. I don't even know if we are looking at him. I think it's just we'll link Man United to him, as we've seen with a lot of players before. But we need to be focused on the first team.
See, your opinion's the same as mine. Okay, let's see if Petty's going to have a different slant on this. Come on, Petty.
Yeah, I've watched him for the last 10 years. I think I'm joking.
What's his goals and assists?
He's bags, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm being honest. I didn't even know who he was until before. But if we are interested in him, it's a bit worrying because it's like the lads have said. Who are we signing at the moment? We're doing some sort of saga with Frankie de Jong. Are we? Aren't we? It's just drawn out and boring. But we're watching Arsenal get Jesus, Spurs, Basuma, City have done their business with Calvin Phillips and Haaland, and we're just literally sat there going, "Oh, he's okay. We'll consider getting him." So for me, it's just worrying at the moment, and the worrying thing is no news apart from stuff like this. So I'm hoping it's something just to not take our mind off, but I'm hoping that no news means good news, and 2 or 3 days we're going to be hearing stuff with Frankie de Jong and players like that because it's worrying. We was far behind last season. God knows how far behind we're going to be at the start of this season coming up. I'm literally dreading it.
See what United are doing to us, and we haven't even started pre-season yet. Talk.
Yeah.
Look, I exactly know exactly what Petty's saying, Thomas and Matthew. But at the same time, we've got, we do have to cast our eyes beyond this season. We've got, we are. I know we're in a terrible position, but we do, we're going to start looking a little bit further afield, and there are people at the club who can do that. That's what we're paying them to do. Now, whether this has come from a scout or not, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? If this has come back to us through scouts and everything else, because his abilities are unquestionable. There's no two ways about that. His abilities and his playing style is fantastic. Playing a two, can play on his own. He can play anywhere on the forward line. To be fair, but he likes more to sort of just drift about and have a sort of free role. Whether that I'd play into Ten Hag style, who knows? But with the skill set that he's got right now, you're bringing in again, like I said last night when we were talking about. You take a punt on a young player like that, you're reducing the risk because this kid has got a lot of abilities already. I mean, again, I know there's a lot of our youth players who's showing certain abilities, but when you get a bundle like this kid has got, it's like, yeah, well, hold on a minute. Do you know what? Do we want to be, if we're linked with him right now, let me just ask you this. If we're linked with this kid right now, and we're all like, no, why are we doing blah, 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 and we go, okay, then. And then the club, for whatever reason, just go, oh, well, we'll give it a skip. He could have got in for 10, 15 mil or whatever. And then in 2, 3, 4 years' time, bang, Barcelona or a Real Madrid are all over this kid for ridiculous amounts of money. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, that kind of, we need to get back to that kind of thing where we can bring in a youngster like that, who's going to, firstly, be a great player for us, even if it's a short spell, 2, 3 seasons. And then if he wants to move on and go to a Spanish club or whatever, then we can make a bit of money. We're not the club where we don't want to sort of make profit, from buying in cheap players and progressing their their play and then making a profit. We need to do that as a club. We've got to do that. You know what I mean? Because obviously, as we know, as we stand right now with the Glazers, that's something that could benefit us going forward. Whether they have anything to do with it or not, it may be something they need to be pushed into. And this is where you would hope your likes of your Richard Arnolds, your likes of your Murtos and all these guys, Darren Fletcher, that's where you would hope that they're going to be putting the pressure on and going, look, these are the kind of youngsters he's most definitely worth a pump, because coming to United, he's not going to get any worse. He's not going to get any worse. He can only improve coming to United. So for me, I just think it's well worth the punt. And if we can get him for, the kind of figures that they're talking about, then all day long, I'd definitely do it.
Our board probably don't even know who he is. That's the only problem, though, isn't it? They'll probably go for him in 5, 6, 7 years' time when he's worth 100 million. That's how we work. Yeah. Well, the Glazers
yeah, that's the thing, Petty. See, that's the thing, and this is what you wear. Like I say, this is where your Murtos, your Darren Fletchers, your Richard Arnolds, and the ones who are below them and around them, and your scouts need to earn their corner and go, you know what? You've got to get this kid. Got to get him. Because you know what?
100%.
Like I say, not just the stats and the stats. It's also his ability. He's visible on the eye test ability. It's something that you can't sort of just turn away from with the kind of, like, oh well, that kind of attitude. For me, this is a like, no. This is, you got to just go and get him. Simple. Mr. B. What do you think, Mr. B?
Look, I just don't want us wasting. We haven't got no money to spend anyway. I'm sure, I would like to think that, I'm not going to compare our youth system to Ajax or Flamengo, but we churn out good players. Let's not get it twisted. The fact that we're looking for a 15-year-old, does that show a level of disrespect to our academy?
No, Mr. B, no, what he doesn't. No, I will say, and what I've always said this, right? When you look at players especially from South America, they have a certain swagger and a certain style, which we just don't have. Even in our youth players, I'm trying to think of the last youth player of ours that you could say had that kind of that swagger and that that kind of ability. Who would you say had that coming from our youth squad who came through and did bits for us? A real swagger and a real
Beckham. I know it's years and years and years ago. He had the swagger. Then he was.
I was going to say. Petty. I would say it's either Beckham or Giggs.
Same time as well.
Do you know what I mean?
Class of 92. But I think Charlie McNeil, I think he's a player at the moment in time in the youth team who's got that swagger and come on, look at this. He's a bit rough and red there. Which I love.
You think he should be given?
Sorry, what was that, Mr. B? Broke up then, bro.
Sorry, do you think he should be given a chance, Charlie McNeil? Because nobody's even talking about McNeil as even cover. You hear players' names, but McNeil's one that hasn't been covered. What do you guys all say? What do you guys think about that one, Charlie McNeil?
He's a baller for me.
Why not? It can't really go any worse than it is. I know it's hard throwing young players into the deep end. It could completely throw them off completely. But worst case scenario, he comes in and the goals aren't coming from the youth system into the first team. You throw him back into the youth system. You put him out in the loan. But I think he's got everything it takes. Really, he could work on his strength a wee bit. I've noticed that he is fairly easy to push off the ball, and he will struggle in the Premier League with that a bit. but he's not going to adjust it if he's not playing in it. So you've got to get him in there sometime. I think he's ready. Him and Garnacho both are maybe ready to make that jump.
But this is about options as well, though. Sorry, Mr. B and Cole. This is about options for United. If you're going to Ten Hag starting his reign, he's got to have alternative options, because if he drops these youngsters in and for whatever reason it doesn't quite work out, and we haven't gone out and bought somebody, then where does the other option come from? And again, then it's down to us as fans for him in a roundabout way to say, look, you're gonna have to just be patient here, folks, because this is all I've got to work with. So you know what? You got to be patient, and that's what, as fans, that's our duty. If we're going to back our youth, we have to be patient with them. Now, are we happy to do that as fans? I am.
Yeah.
Of course, I am. You know what I mean?
What the club is.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I think as it stands for me, like I say right now, in the pressure that we are under as a club, in terms of the non-performances and the slipping, and the lack of success with the two teams who we despise the most around us doing bits, right? This is a pressure moment, and again, this is what I'm saying for Ten Hag is he's come into the most pressurized tangle, and it's going to be a massive job for him. But again, if he can bring in as many options as he possibly can, as well, whatever the limit is on that, he's got to do it, in my opinion. But again, I agree with both what was from Thomas and Petty there about Charlie McNeil. I don't know what Adam's thoughts are about Charlie McNeil.
Who's Adam?
Sorry, I'm just testing you, Mr. B. You are paying attention.
Charlie McNeil, give him a chance, bring him in. It'll save us money. I don't know of any other strikers we've been linked with apart from Nunes.
And that's a big. I think that's a real big issue.
We'll end up with Morpay.
Look, we do need a backup striker. Ronaldo can't play Thursday, Sunday every week, so we'll have to look to bring him in. I just hope if we do bring him in, just bring him on 20 minutes to go, half hour to go, maybe through goal down, bring him on. Just don't chuck him in at the deep end. No, you're starting this match against this team, and I'm talking about lots of when we're playing Liverpool, City, Chelsea.
Yeah,
bleed him in against the. I don't want to say lesser teams, especially with where we are. I mean, that'd be disrespectful. But
for me, it's perfect. It's perfect being in the Europa League this season as well. They could do it in some of those games, couldn't they?
Yeah. No.
So what are you? So you think so? We'd be in the Europa League not to win. We'd be in it to bleed players. Is that where we're going with the?
Well, even just one or two of them. Obviously, I know what Ollie done. Not when he played 11 of them against someone at Old Trafford and then done it away, didn't it? But I mean, like the games where, say, for instance, you qualified, play 4 of them. Match day 1, match day 2, play 1, play another one. Do you know what I mean? Just bleed them in slowly.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with bringing them on when we're 2 or 3-0 up in a game. Bringing them on.
You've been drinking.
I know why you're laughing. Yeah, Thomas. I like your optimism. Your optimism, bro. But listen, that's how it's got. That'd be the dream scenario, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? We can have that scenario. Let's have it. But just before I forget, folks, I just want to show you again the image so that you can try and get your answers in. Mr. B has put it in the private chat, but he's way out of it. Mr. B is way out. So here you go, folks. There's your clue.
Let's hide this.
Who am I? Who am I? That's a player right there. All you got to do is work it out. I'm surprised OMONDI has not been in the chat already going blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But anyway, there's your clue, folks. Soak it up, absorb it, and try and work it out. But I'm going to take it away now because I've not had one yet where nobody's got it. And I've got a funny feeling this is going to be the week a victory for me.
I'm not feeling that talk. I'll be honest. I'm really not feeling that one.
Dan, sorry. What? Sorry, one sec, Mr. B. Bath time with Vaughan.
While we're here, can we get through some of these messages? I didn't say the hellos.
Yeah.
Laughing.
Yes. So welcome, Eddie's Football Waffle. Eddie's saying, big up again, Man United agenda, Mr. B Talk, and the rest of the panel. Good show. On Monday, saying, just put the kettle on ready for tonight's show. We're having some Horlicks on Monday. Omondi. Sorry. Is it a Monday or a Monday? I can't remember now, Mr. B. I'm going to get in trouble.
Monday.
Oh, Monday.
He answers. He's all right.
UK Strain says, Mr. B at the wheel, yeah. That's right. Mr. B is back at the wheel. We got GMS Limited. What's up? Bath time always. All right, lads. What a recoupling that was. Absolute drama.
I have no idea what it's on about.
I think he's on about that island where people fall in love. I don't know what it's
Oh, that's Blackburn.
Oh no, no.
Pat Lawless is in the building. What's the story of the Man United fan? Well, big up to our lads, yo, big up. Oh,
Big up,
our very own Reb Buell as well. The Coffers finally opened today, 11 million heading to the Glazers. Yeah, for their contribution to the club.
Yeah,
We've just been through that. And,
Dividend day, yeah.
Is that Ted Heath? Asks Vaughn. See, this is the thing. I'm not here to answer any questions, Bath time.
No, okay then. Well, if that's the case, then we have to ask, because we're not going to leave the show until we get this right. So that means we have to ask people in the chat what's going on, because
we got some. One sec, Mr. B. We've got Sam97. Never seen you before. He'll be 21 by the time we sign somebody. Don't know who you're referring to, but welcome to the stream, bro.
Endrick.
He's talking about Endrick. All right, big up to the
boss man.
Big up, bro.
Colm's in the chat. Pat's in the chat. Bath time, like I say. Let's have a look. Box also. Yo, big up Box. 2.5 million for Pereira. Yeah, let's just do it. Get rid of him.
Just give it away.
What? Actually, while we're talking about that, let's just quickly think about Martial, and and don't look like there's any takers for him, does it?
No.
We're not level. We're stuck with him.
I'm only saying he is one of the most exciting talents to come out of Brazil since Neymar. For his age, he's kicking out. Yeah. There you go. Then see, this is what we're saying. He's got some seriously good attributes to his game and his physical presence. You know what I mean? So
if we bring him in, does he go into the youth academy or straight into the first team squad?
Probably the youth academy, won't we?
He might go on loan.
Yeah,
he might go on loan. You just don't know.
Out on loan to wherever he's come from, as Palmeiras.
It makes no sense.
McKay says, I just hope that there is going to come some more people in the specific jobs behind the scenes.
I just want people who can do their jobs.
Well, that's the thing, Matthew. There's still some roles there at the club that are kind of being winged, in my opinion, that we need some proper footballing heads in there. Swagger like Cleberson says, box.
Jemba.
Laughter.
Let's have a look. Named him twice.
I'll go down. Let's have a look. Yeah, anyway. Avad's in the building as well. Yes, big up Avad, all the way from Germany. He says City signed Phillips and Arsenal signed Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, you know what? Look, so you know what? Look, it is squeaky bum time for us in terms of transfers and that. But I'm not bothered about other teams, man. I've got enough on my plate with my team. You know what I mean? I ain't bothered about them. But anyway, yes, I've not seen anybody else yet in the comments trying to work this out. This is the Friday night takeaway.
Okay, look. The second guy is Mel Brooks. I know who that is.
Okay.
The first guy, does anybody have any idea who that first guy is?
Is he like, I don't know, is he American or something? I'm trying to look here. He's dead small on my screen.
Is that somebody like a singer?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, you're close, Mr. B. You're close. He's not a singer, but yeah, he's in a band. I'll give you that. He's in a band. Colin says William Brooks. Who's William Brooks?
Diego Dalot.
Diego Dalot. I'm so confused here. This isn't
Barry Brooker. Box saying Barry Brooker.
Is it a current player? Is it a current player or an ex-player?
No, he's in the squad.
What?
Hold on a minute. Let me just double check that 1 second. Yeah.
Current squad.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
No
one's getting it. No one's getting it, man. I'm loving this. This is awesome.
He's got a blinder here.
Is there anybody in the chat?
Bath Times. Oh, Alpha Eagle, big up, bro. Welcome to the stream. He says it's got to the point of where you give up on the club signing players. All top 6 teams around splashing the cash for next season and strengthening their squad, while we're scared of what's happening to us. Well, you know what? Look,
can I say something, Alpha Eagle, just to throw something out there? Our preseason hasn't actually started yet. Yeah. Even if we had bought the players 2 weeks ago, our preseason actually hasn't started yet. I'm just trying to put a positive slant on it. It's a Friday night. I'm probably as depressed as Alpha Eagle is to be, but I'm just throwing it out there. If we can get 2 players, if we can get a signing done by the middle of next week, does that make us happier? Because I'm seeing our Friday night faces here, or is it a thing? Is it a thing where right now it's too late to?
You know, I think for me, Mr. B, as long as I would like for in the next sort of 24 to 48 hours for it to
here
to
we
make
go.
the deal. Yeah, here we go for Frankie Deal. Frankie.
Yeah.
That's the main one. Sorry, go on, Matthew.
Another bid.
Just a tad bit of positive news. All I'm hearing is we're having internal meetings, we're targeting this, we're trying to woo that player, we're trying to seduce another player. Just something positive about the club. No, we keep getting linked with Frankie de Jong, but we're not upping our bid. I want to hear that we've upped our bid for him, even if it's only by 5 million. And it's more than likely Barca are going to go, yeah, okay, we'll take that. So at the moment, Barcelona seem to be just saying no to us, and we're just going back with the same amount as before.
It's going to be a dominoes effect, I also think, as well. Lewandowski will go to Barca. Frankie will come to us, Lewandowski to Barca. Do you know what I mean? I think it will be a dominoes effect.
Barca can buy Lewandowski now because they got £700 million from that deal the other day, didn't they? The CVC deal. We had the advantage before they got that deal.
Yeah, but don't they all get
more salary, isn't it? I think that's what I was reading.
I think they also owe Gerard Piqué a lot of money and all, about 50 million or something.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Sorry?
The
they owe Piqué 50 mil.
He owes some money, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Some serious wages, yeah.
I've not seen that anywhere.
£50,000 a week or something.
Yeah, so like on their actual books, I think that's why Frankie's got to leave. I was reading the other day because money-wise in the kitty they're fine, but like on the books and what they're saying they're paying out and stuff like that, there's financial wreck.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Steve H is saying reports suggesting players are due to report back early Monday for pre-season on an enhanced strength program to lift the bus they plan on throwing Ten Hag under. Oh, do you know what? Big up to you, Steve. I really falling for that. That's good enough. I like it. Let's just hope we don't.
Monday, that's what I've heard. I know they're due back to training on Monday, not the whole squad, but I think some of them are definitely due back.
I dread seeing some of them, if I'm being honest.
I'd drag them all back now, just.
You know what? Lock the gates, don't let them in.
That's better.
Yeah, Alfred Eagle's saying it's not too late, but yeah, we are taking too long to sign players, which is as we said, it's a bit of a concern. But anyway, here we go. Quick another look. So somebody's in the comments. I'm not going to say who, but somebody in the comments is very close with the name of the first person or where they're from.
So again, like I say, saying,
I've already given you clues. There's your clues there, so I'm not going to give no more clues. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't the first person Welsh?
I'm saying nothing, Matthew. You got to try and work it out, bro.
Yeah. Well, look. While we're trying to work this out, we're going to get it before we go. Somebody's going to help us. Malacia to turn down Man United.
Yeah. Okay. So Fabrizio Romano confirms Man United and Newcastle are set to miss out on the left back. The 2 Premier League clubs were believed to be front runners for the Dutch international's signature, but Lyon have now jumped to the top of the queue for the 22-year-old and will sign the player in the near future. It was reported this morning by the Daily Mail that the League One side submitted a 12 million bid for Malacia, and Fabrizio Romano has now confirmed that a deal for the left back has now been agreed, and all that is left to sort out are the final details before a transfer can become official. So, I mean, look, it's. Do you know what I don't get about this? Is he's talking about Lyon. Now, if you look where Lyon are, or Lyon where they finished, Lyon finished 8th. last season, right, in the French league. So they're not even in Europe. Apparently, it's because of the manager of Lyon. You know, and so
I think it's Dutch, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know with this one. It was a bit of a strange one because again, this kid has got, as we spoke about him yesterday, he looks like a great player, loads of talent, loads of ability, great price. But again, for whatever reason, it seems like we were either too slow or, we just weren't interested. So, and now it looks like he's been snapped up by Lyon, which, it is what it is, folks, isn't it? It is what it is.
Sums it all up, really, doesn't it? Just sums the whole window up.
Interested FC.
Is it as bad as a miss as people are making out? Because we have got Tellers and Shaw. Now, for me, I'm more concerned about the right-hand side of our defence, the right-back position.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because
we can all agree.
I'd get 4 new left backs and right backs. I'd just replace the full lot. Me personally, but that's just me. That's just me.
I think you're right there. I think you're right there, Matthew. You look at the right hand side. Yeah, that is. I would say probably the weaker. Obviously, Dalot. We don't know. We don't know yet with Dalot. And we're hoping that Ten Hag is going to get a much sweeter tune out of Diogo Dalot next season. So.
Well, I mean, I've seen reports saying that Wan-Bissaka should find a new club.
Yeah.
And Brandon Williams. Now, Brandon Williams, a bit of utility plays right back and left back. So that essentially leaves us with just Dalot. Now, I don't know what's happening with Laird. We don't know if he's going to come back in or stay out on loan. Because he had a mixed season, then he done well. And then his club clubs went to Bournemouth, and for some reason, it didn't really work out that well for him. So,
we're going to need cover there.
Yeah.
We've got to have some cover for Dalot. Not too worried about that.
For me, I'm more focused on that right-hand side. We do need left backs, but it's not a priority in the way that the right back position is.
You're welcome, Football Mad Merrick. Don't see why we didn't go in for Phillips and Cucurella. Well,
Cucurella 100% is a baller.
Great signing.
Yeah, I mean Cucurella's a quality player. Yeah, we know that Calvin Phillips is a decent player, but I mean, look, it was quite clear. Our budget is limited. It is limited. We know how poor the squad was last season. Ten Hag, when he came in, he's obviously then gone, look, if I'm going to take this managerial position, these are my priority targets. If you can get these, and he's give the list. So then the folks at Man United are then just like probably tunnel vision, blinkered, right? And that's what's probably what we're seeing right now is that they're so tunnel visioned and blinkered. They're putting all their efforts in, as many people have said, into this Frankie de Jong deal and not really paying much attention to all these other players who we could have picked up, who have now been snapped up by other clubs.
Probably like that. Who's Frankie de Jong? Who's this?
Frankie who? What went wrong? What went wrong? Yeah, by the time he gets back to the Glazers, he's there, isn't he? The boss Joel. He's going like that. What do you mean something's gone wrong? You're like, no, Frankie de Jong. He's like, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, mate. That's how comical it is. Sorry, what's that, Thomas?
They'd end up bringing in Nigel de Jong.
Yeah, I know.
Or Nigel Rio Coco, or whatever his bloody name was.
Rio Coco. Crikey, going back from there, mate.
West Ham.
10 years, I think you're going back there.
Yeah. It's an upgrade on our cover midfield, though.
Hey, probably would.
I'm noticing so much negativity. I'm seeing so much negativity. I mean, look, I'm looking at it like this. We've been turned down again, or we've lost out on another player for £15 million. Whether or not we were interested in him or not, there seems to be a theme running. Ericsson, 5 years ago, Ericsson we would have been interested in him. He would have come straight away. Now, the fact that Brentford are probably going to hold him over us, I'm just wondering if have United lost their,
Mojo.
United,
power.
Yeah, they're pulling because
I think about it,
think it's the unknown with the players at the moment, isn't it? Like with players coming in, they're probably thinking, is Erik ten Hag going to still be there after 6 months? I think next summer will be a lot more interesting because then players will know, obviously, he's been there for a year. Hopefully we can see a style of football with the players who he's brought in. So I think this season, this summer's just going to be a bit of a, do you know what I mean? I don't want to go there and then he gets sacked and then a new manager comes in. And
I think because of the instability at the club.
Yeah, I mean, the thing for me with Eriksson, I mean, he brings more than just his abilities in terms of what he can do on the pitch, whether that be limited or not.
In the dressing room,
we don't know exactly. Petty, that's the thing. See, in the dressing room, in training, I know he had his problem with his heart and all the rest of it. But listen, if the doctors and everything else, and he's confident that he can play and he can train well, then that's going to set a good precedent. Yeah. He's going to set a good precedent and a good example for the rest of the team. We need players in there who are going to be, continually at it and hungry for success, or at least trying their best to get to be successful. So I'm hoping that he does decide, because this is his will be his farewell, won't it, to football after this move, no doubt, I should imagine. And so you got to ask yourself the question: what does he want to do? Stay at Brentford and play, however many games? And yeah, it's okay. You're playing for Brentford. You might get a couple of goals here and there against some of the bigger teams or whatever, or assists, but. It's even still now with the complications we're having. This is still Manchester United. It's still a big badge to have on your CV who you've played for.
Yeah, but is it a big?
It is though.
Yeah, I understand that, but now I'm worried that we're getting turned down by so much. All right, rumor has it, we don't know the full ins and outs, but teams are going out and signing players, no issue, not being publicized. You get 2 days of information and then they're having their medical. We're having 5 weeks of information and nothing happening.
I know. It's great.
2 million.
But do you know what? Like I said, though, we're talking about here. For me, I think what's going on here is if I'm honest, I think this is just good economics from Manchester United in terms, because we've got such a tight budget and because it's specific targets that Ten Hag is asking for. There has to be some economics at play. You don't have to worry about economics if you've got loads of money. That's fine. It's like, yeah, whatever. Right, go and get him. Whatever, get him. But we can't do that because, as we know, we are on a budget. So there has to be some economics at play. And then the effects of buying one player, for a certain amount, if that goes up, then knocks on to how much do we need to spend on this player who is also vital to what we need to do from the start. And it's all about making the right choices early on in his reign for me. So we don't want no square pegs in round holes trying to force them in. Do you know what I mean? Just because you were there and you could go and buy them. I mean, that's the only way. That's the positive way at the spin that I'm putting on it. To be fair, right now.
I'm just sick of this transfer window. I just want the season to start.
Yeah,
no, you could just get into
I don't want the season to start. Not with our current squad.
No, not with the current squad. I mean, hopefully we can get some players in and then just hopefully then just build. Because these rumours are starting to. When you're waking up and you're going, oh, who we linked with today? Like 95. Is it 95 players I think we've been linked with since the start of the transfer window's opened? It's like, wow.
Do you know what? Look, I think for me, listen, you got to remember, I know Liverpool are flying, I know City are flying, but at the end of the day, listen, it's 11v11, right? We've got in most of the team, we've got some really good players, really, really good players. They just weren't at it last season, especially last season. Just not at it at all, right? Mentally, physically, they just weren't. And even in the way they were being asked to do certain things on the pitch, it wasn't getting through to them, whether that was being delivered the wrong way or not, whatever. So it's 11v11. And for me, as long as you've got the energy and the determination to try and stop the opponent from doing what they want to do, you're always going to have a chance, right? I'm not saying we're going to win against the top teams and all the rest of it right early on, but we're going to have a good chance of stopping them doing what they want to do, which is half the battle. So to be fair, I'm not overly panicking, flappy, because no, I think, we have to look at this in a wider vision, and we will get some players in. I know we will, whether it be before the season starts or during pre-season. I don't know, whenever it be, but there will players will come through the door, and Ten Hag will then have what he needs to actually then go out and actually, you know, maybe get as a. I so crave a victory. I want a cup. I want a cup more than top 4. If I'm honest.
That's the level that we're at now. This is what we're resorted to. Look at our faces. We started the show so happy. I'm looking at Matt frowning. I'm looking at Thomas frowning. I'm looking at Petty's always grinning. Petty's always smiling. I know he's going to be smiling a lot longer for a Friday. Look, the show's nearly finished. We've been talking for 40 minutes, guys. Talk,
Smash a like.
Right, first things first. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you've been here before, hit the like button. And right now, guys, we need your help. We've got Mel Brooks. And we've got this guy from, I don't know who he is. Somebody was talking about.
This guy from, I don't know who he is.
Let's have a look. It's not Ted Heath, Sydney something. David Brooks, I don't think that is him.
No.
Right, so is this guy from Stone Roses? It looks like that seems to be the consensus at the moment.
Right, now you're getting warm. Now you're getting warm, Mr. B. See, all you got to do is figure out who he is.
Who is? I don't even know who the guy is.
You do. That's what I'm saying. This is the game, Mr. B. If this was a quiz show on the telly, bro, you know, I'm Bradley Walsh on the chase. I ain't giving you no answers. I can't help you. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I've got to phone a friend, so I'll get that in.
Yeah, go on and phone a friend, bro. Phone a friend. Thomas, what is your option going to be? You want to ask the audience? Do you want to ask me? Or do you want a 50-50?
Ooh,
Do you know what I mean?
You see options there. Let's ask the audience because I don't think that they've said much of it.
Come on, Mel Brooks.
Let's get the comments.
Hold on. Somebody in the comments has got the first guy's name, but now he spelled it right, or she. Sorry,
Manny. Sam 97.
Yeah,
Manny
Sam
Brooks.
97.
Manny Mel Brooks. Manny Mel Brooks.
Oh.
Stone Roses star Manny.
Okay, right. Okay, so we've got that part. Manny.
Boxes.
No, it's not a boxer. No box.
Box. When did Manny Pacquiao play for Man United? But you know what? I'd take him.
Yeah. Little CDM would be like Kante, wouldn't it?
Oh, what else? Give me that ball. I'd be like, yeah, have the ball. Don't hit me. Just don't hit me.
Ian Brown.
Give me that ball now.
So who is Ian Brown? Is this the person's name?
No, it's not Ian Brown. Look at bath time. That's poor talk. It's bath time because you don't know what it is, bro. You don't know who it is, do you? So you bro. I'm having this.
Bad loser.
Here we go. We got Paul Chihuahua in the building. Yo, big up. He's laughing. Well, can you figure it out, Paul?
Come on, please.
Who is the Man United player here? It's a clue. There's 2 clues. All you got to do is work out who the player is. I've had to come out with his real name, Gary Mountfield. Yeah, that's right. So all you got to do is tell us. No. Sorry, who's the player? And I knew I'd have you with this. No.
I was just guessing.
You've only got one guess. You've only got one guess, bro.
Listen, I'll tell you what. You can get lost with the one guess, mate.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Mark, big up Mark Edmund all the way from Australia.
Big up
to you,
big up, bro. Big up.
We've got somebody who's got them. Somebody's at the jackpot. Sam 97 has got it. It's Dimani Melo.
Did he leave though?
How? I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's still a Man United.
Sam.
Didn't he leave this summer?
It don't matter though, does it?
Right. I'm looking at the small print here. What's going on with these people?
Right. So Sam 97.
Yeah, I mean that one. It's a good one, that wasn't it?
Yeah. The first time I saw your name was the show earlier on. You have come, Dimani Mela. Now,
yes,
that's Mel. Oh right, I was going Brooks.
Yeah. No, see, that's it. So it's Manny. So Manny.
Oh, wow.
Mela.
Yeah.
D. And what I was going to do, I was going to put a D, a big D in front of Manny, so it'd be like D, Manny, Mela. But then I thought, no, that'll give it away.
No, you did. I tell you what.
You'll confuse me even more.
See, right.
Yes.
So we've got So we've got a couple
Look
of
at bath time. Bath
Box.
time's having none of it. Bath time's that's absolute
Me
bollocks.
too. I'm joining up.
You see,
Hold the phone.
it's
Listen,
strange.
Explain
I'm
how
the
this
bath
works.
It's strange how things have worked. We've got Box on here saying that's amazing. Now
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about my beard or he's talking about you guys. But then if he's saying that, and I love the way that it just flips. One second, he's saying it's amazing, and you've got bath time on here saying it's absolutely bollocks. Yes, I've had.
I love it. Friendly debate going on. Like, this is what we want here, isn't it?
But
Yeah,
but it's like when I first did it last week. When I said, right, this is a bit like catchphrase. Just say what you see. You know what I mean? So that's and I can't make it too easy, can I? You know what I'm saying? Because
No, you played a blinder there, to be fair.
I'm rubbish at
I'm like-
catchphrases as it is, so
I'm dead good at it. As you can tell, I'm dead good at it because I got
can
this as soon
see.
as I put it together. But anyway, so Box is saying that's amazing. Yeah, big up Box there. Monday was saying, so that is the worst ever. It doesn't make any sense. But now he's seen it. But now he's seen it. He's laughing. He's laughing. He's like,
Come on,
Do you know what I'm saying? That's it.
So I will give you that. I will give you that. But guys, look, we've been on it. It's late, and you know it's my time. It's that time to eat. That seems to be my when my belly starts rumbling.
Sorry, let me just explain to Mark, our friend from Australia. He's saying Manny from the Stone Roses and Primal Scream and Mel Brooks. How does this work? So this is a player, Mark, or an ex-player or a current player at Manchester United. All you got to do is work out who they are from these two people's names. So it's Dimani Mella. So Manny and Mel Brooks. Yeah. So, and there's no way I could have put, anything that was like with Mella because I just couldn't find anything that was going to work like that. So,
Melon.
you know what I mean? But people are just upset. Like Monday and Bath Time are upset because they didn't get it. They're upset because they didn't get it. It was too hard.
I'm with them.
Yeah.
It's all right, talk. We'll I think we need to have a chat. We need to have a chat in the week because the fact that I didn't know anything, I liked, you know what it is? I like to be in on things. I don't like to be the one having to guess. So I'll talk to Solo and see if we can get you put on a different show for next week, and then we'll get somebody who's gonna play by the rules. But it's late and it's Friday. Paddy, where can we find you, big man? Sorry, Petty. See, Friday.
I'm sat here. Listen, big up to you, man. Thanks for having me on. It's Petty Talks United on TikTok. Just do daily videos, and we just talk all things United. But hope everyone has a nice weekend.
Big up, bro.
Where are we? Thomas.
Great show, Mr. B. That's the first time I've been on with yourself, so it's been a pleasure. The rest of you obviously have been with before. You can find me on Instagram at Thomas Mitchell _7. You can find me on Twitter, Tommy Mitchell _7, and on YouTube it's Thomas Mitchell. There is nothing on there yet, so you'll be wasting your time.
And finally, Matt T.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, chatting all nonsense Man United. The depressing voice of Man United.
You're not on your own, bro. You're not on your own, bro.
There's a gang of us.
You can't find me on Insta. I'm not on there.
So we'll find you here. We can find you here.
You can find me on there.
Guys, look, it's Friday. I think we're away for 2 days, but then you never know. We might have a special coming up where we've actually signed a player and we're going to go live with our yellow ties. We'll all be on here nice and happy.
All suited and booted.
Yeah.
Mr. B, I don't know where you get. Where's your yellow tie, bro? Have you got a yellow tie? Is he going to make one?
I'm looking around. I've got a yellow Quaver bag over there. I might have to stick that under
just
a shirt.
Just fold it up.
But guys, it's been a pleasure, man. I enjoyed it today. I'm glad you lot came on, and I know we're going to see you guys again. This was me, us, the Friday night takeaway. Guys, whatever you need to do, you've got time to go and do now before it hits midnight and we turn into what's Cinderella turn into?
Pumpkins.
Yeah, that's the one before we all turn into pumpkins. So with that, guys, We're out. Take it easy.
Good week.